Hello, we are broadcasting from in the basement at an undisclosed location. This is KM Hemmans, flowersandfruit.org. This channel is a series of information disseminated to you to make you feel, to make you think, to make you human.
If you throw a pebble from behind an infant and it lands in front of them, it will look back to the object to see where it came from. Politics and religion are taboo in our culture. One concerns all your worldly affairs, the other, all your spiritual affairs. If you throw a pebble from behind an infant and it lands in front of them, it will look back to the object to see where it came from. This is the nature of humans from their earliest days. It is taken for granted when we do this, but it is very profound. For it tells us that the infant doesn't believe the object manifested itself out of nowhere. Rather, the pebble has its own origin story, and the child wants to understand this. There are two underlying axioms of all religions. Like the example of the pebble and the infant given earlier, one axiom is its origin story. The other axiom is a code of ethics. All religions have some variation of an origin story, and rules and behaviors that are to be followed, a sort of ethical praxis. The origin story is a matter of great debate, but what cannot be debated is that all human beings have a curiosity. Why am I here? Where do I go afterwards? And what is my purpose? Even an atheist has these questions. They are fundamental to our psyche. The second component of religion is the code of ethics. In most religions, there are precepts to be observed, codified in a clear way of correct living. This code of ethics is sacrosanct or holy, and to deviate from them is to be malevolent or evil. The ethical code is observed whether alone or in groups, whether you move or stand still. They are to be abided by, even if it is to your own detriment. They may coincide with man-made laws, but if they conflict with them, then they are above all man-made laws. Politics and religion are taboo in our culture. Politics concerns all manners of the society in which we live, from the water you drink, to the food you eat, to your medication and your children's education. All of these are exchanges of goods rooted in a common understanding, an understanding that has a code of conduct enforced by the collective. This collective is also grouped into an administrative group and a class that is to be administered, a ruling and ruled class. Aristotle and Plato had a great grasp on what the structures of rulership were. In Aristotle's terms, the classic forms of government are monarchy, rule by one, a king or queen who makes the laws; aristocracy, rule by the few, an elite class votes on and makes the laws; democracy, rule by the many, everyone votes on and makes the laws. To have a curiosity of your own origins is a sign of wisdom, and to disparage such a person is a sign of a fool. To have a code of ethics is the height of courage and humility, for it mandates that your ethos rule over your own self-interested base desires. To understand the structures that rule over you is as necessary as understanding the functions of your very own body. Both are a matter of life and death. To that end, I will leave you with a translated quote from Plato's Republic, Book 8. The four governments of which I spoke, so far as they have distinct names, are first those of Crete, monarchy, and Sparta, democracy, which are generally applauded. What is termed oligarchy comes next. This is not equally approved and is a form of government which teems with evils. Thirdly, democracy, which naturally follows oligarchy, although very different. And lastly comes tyranny, the great and famous, which differs from them all and is the fourth and worst disorder of a state.